Okay, YouTubers, I've moved to the front. Let me go back here to the back and I'll show you what I got done. I'm letting it set a little bit, but there's the back tail lights all done. There's a few bubbles in it, but that's just part of it. You get that, but I wished I got a little bit before, but you get the idea. Let's walk to the front. I already got one set done here. And here's the stock. And you can see it's substantial darker. And let me put on my tripod here. And I'll go through the process. I've already cleaned it a little bit with Windex. It's not recommended to do that really. But you know, I do use it. And what I usually normally do is I just clean the fire out of it. And this is just water. And then I've got my other tools that I use, and I just come in here and I just scrape all this really good. That's bug guts and what have you. Spray it really good. Again, like I said, I don't like using too much Windex. I do enough to get some of the guts loosened up. I mean, he's got it really bad, if you can see the front. And that's just, you know, we use these a lot when we window tint a lot, but I don't. Usually these are just for, I got it in a separate toolbox, but this is what I use for tinting, and I'll just spray it a couple times, clean it really good. Same way with up here. Try to get it all clean as much as I can. And then this is the deal, and it goes on just like that. I told you guys on the back side was wrong. I had them reversed. This side always goes to the glass part or the plastic lens of the. And usually what I just do is peel it off, spray the tint down, spray the light down really good. Try to center it up as best as I can, and you can move it around until the glue starts to set. I mean, you got, you know, a couple spots, and then I kind of eye it a little bit, and that looks pretty good to me. And then I've got another one that I use for the back, and I just start in the middle and work my way out. And then a lot of times I'll flip it over and use the other end, because this is starting to wear. My felt is coming off. And what I like to do a lot of too is take my trusty old light, turn that on. I'll stick it up in here, and that way I can see. And I don't know if you see, there's a huge bubble right in there. What I do is just work the bubbles out. And the front ones is a lot easier than the back. And then I just take my iron or my air dryer or whatever you want to call it, and just kind of and the front ones you got to be really careful with, because you can melt the housing itself on the light housing. They're very delicate. I mean, we take these out when we put the halo lights in and things, and they're very, I mean, you can get a little brutal with them, but I wouldn't want to push down a whole lot, especially with heating them up. You can crack them, so I don't get too carried away. And you can feel, I mean, if your hand gets in the way, you know that you're getting too close, because you'll feel the heat off of the dryer or the deal. And then I'll usually grab a new rag and just kind of wipe it down. I mean, once you get it stuck, it's going to stay, and then you can go back and get your and these will, it don't take very long, especially in the sun, the heat of the day. You want to do this on a cool day, really between 50 and 90 degrees. You get it out in the sunlight or any hotter than that, and this stuff is a booger to work with. And things just won't go your way. And I've had that problem today. It's a little bit warmer than usual, and the back was giving me a pain back there a little bit, and I'll go back and get the rest of the bubbles out. I just wanted it to set for a little while. But you guys kind of get what, and I'll come back to this one. It looks pretty good. There's a couple bubbles in it, but like I said, the heat of the day and being out in 2 to 3 weeks time, that stuff will be so hard to peel off of there, that because I've had to pull it off of mine before, because we put new lights, and I wanted people to see the halo lights instead of the tint. And the same process with this one. That's the fog. Peel it off of there. And you can move it around, or you can take it back off, start over. A lot of times if I do it, I'll go back over it until I get it, perfect spot that I want. And to me, that looks pretty good, and just repeat the process. Alright guys, hopefully you get the idea. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks again, and have a great day.